it was in the culture in a different way in decades past. And in some ways, I've adjusted my expectations to that. I don't think it will necessarily have the same kind of moment again that it had at a certain point in the 20th century, but there are still people discovering it and enjoying it all the time, and it's really just a matter of access and exposure. Putting it on the internet means it's competing with a lot of other things, and you kind of have to look for it, but I want it to be there when people look. And because people in Georgia already have a relationship with GPB, hopefully they will come across it through GPB, or hear about it on GPB, or trust it because we're local in the sense of statewide, and put it on as they're going about their business in the day, or somewhere that their kids can hear it, and just have access. It's a lot of, public media gives people a lot of bang for the buck. You know, it takes a lot of work to teach a kid to play an instrument, or to lead a music class or something like that, but we can reach so many people relatively easily once it's set up. Why wouldn't we do that and make this out there for everybody to enjoy?
That's beautiful. John?
I've always thought that classical radio is sort of like a big billboard for classical music performance. We're not a concert hall, but we point the way to the concert hall. We whet people's appetites for pieces maybe they've never heard before, or some of their old favorites. And I also find with, these days, a lot of people listen to music without a host, without someone telling you what you're hearing. And it's novel, but I find that after I've listened to it for a while, I feel like I'm missing a connection with someone. It's so nice to have a human being that, even though they may not say much, they're telling you a little bit about the music. They're connecting with you through some story about the piece or the performers that you're hearing, and you get that sense that this is great music. I won't be shy about it. I think it's good for the soul, and it's a way to. I feel that what radio period does or can do well is offer companionship to people. And if classical music is the vehicle to build that relationship, listener to host, then it's all the better. I can not say enough. I really thought my classical hosting days were over, because there just aren't many classical stations anymore, and I didn't want to move. I like Atlanta. And so, number one, when I actually contacted Bert one Saturday morning, I was leafing through the AJC, the print edition. I will get that print edition until they no longer deliver it to the driveway. And I saw this ad in the living section for GPB Classical. Escape the everyday. And I thought, what in the world? Where did that come from? Classical? That somebody is actually rolling out a new classical music service? So I just rattled off an email to my old friend Bert, and never thinking, I was just essentially saying, this is great. Well, next thing I know, I'm bowled over that they actually want me to host a classical program on GPB Classical. So I am so grateful that we have this resource statewide.
And we're grateful for both of you. I think this has been a wonderful opportunity to get to know you a little bit, so that next time you listen to GPB Classical, you do have a little bit of context there.
So if you thought I was tall and blonde, sorry.
That's great.
Well, I look like Matt Damon.